You are now tuned in to the Dads Who Lift podcast. Please give us a like, share, subscribe to the YouTube account. We are on www.dadswholiftofficial.com. All the podcast links are in there. We also have an apparel line. We're on IG as Dads Who Lift Official handle. We're on Facebook, Dads Who Lift Podcast. We also have a Dads Who Lift fitness group on Facebook that's Dads Who Lift Official. A group of 30,000 like-minded dads that are just trying to be their best selves and staying fit. If that's something you're into, please check it out. But we do this stuff for free, guys, so please give us a like, share, 5-star review. We really appreciate your support. You are now tuned into the Dads Who Lift podcast. You have your host, Tyler Gaeta.
Co-host, Joel Staley.
So we want to talk about, guys in the Dads Who Lift group have been requesting a podcast on home gyms, and we're going to throw in some other aspects in there too, and probably talk about bulking and kind of where we're at fitness-wise, me and Joel and I both. Because home gyms, I mean, shit, I can't talk for an hour on home gyms, but I want to at least, every single time we ask people for a podcast topic, they're like, home gym, home gym, home gym. So we thought we'd at least throw a little bit in there and appease people. So you recently just set up a home gym. What'd you buy? What's in it?
I got a collapsible power rack from Rogue that...
How much was that?
I got 4 sets of plates, barbell, the power rack, and it was like $1,600.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So did you get anything else put in there, or is that all you got for now?
I got dumbbells 10 through 50. I'm trying to get some 60s through 80s as well. But no, all in all, I'm probably like $2,000 in. So besides the flooring and stuff like that, which wasn't too bad.
What, like the rubber mats?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just did those like rubber tiles in mine. Those little snap together rubber tiles.
That's what I got too.
Yeah. So right now it's hard to find, gym shit like you used to be able to find. I set mine up before the pandemic. So it was a lot easier. I ended up getting one of my power racks from a buddy with a shitload of plates and weight for, I think I gave him like $600 or something like that, $650. Now the stuff's like gold.
Yeah.
So my home gym, I got a treadmill. I got Bowflex weights, the ones that I think go up to 65, the bigger ones. And then I got dumbbells that are like adjustable dumbbells that you can throw up to 100 pounds on. You basically add like plates to them, So I got that, so I can go up to 100 pounds in dumbbells. I got my Bowflex weights up to 55, which them shits broke. Actually, I think I bought those off. I bought those right when the pandemic started off Facebook Marketplace. I think some motherfucker sold them to me broke, because right after I got them, like, the clip fucking broke.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. So, but they still work. You just got to be careful not to smash your face. So I got the dumbbells set up. I got the treadmill, little cardio action. I got 2 squat racks or power racks that you can bench into with a bunch of free weights. And then I have, I bought like a cable tower. So like one of those triangle looking ones. It's got like, cables on both sides so you can actually do flies and shit like that. So I got a pretty good setup. I bought the mats, the little tile mats. I'm probably into mine. I guess that the cable deal, I think... Again, this was pre-COVID, but I think that was like $1,000 for the cable machine. So I'm probably sitting maybe $3,000 into mine, which isn't horrible, but I would say nowadays shit's probably a lot more expensive.
Well, we were talking before the podcast too. It's like you build out the home gym, and it's like, well, I still want to go to the gym.
So for me, I think the reason that guys wanted this topic is there's still a lot of places where the gyms are closed. Or even if they're not closed, I think there's still a lot of places that are doing those like time slots. You got to reserve a time slot.
You got to wear a mask
or you got to wear a mask or whatever.
Elliptical.
Yeah, right. Or there's plexiglass in between each machine. I don't know. We're here in Omaha, Nebraska, so our stuff's a little more lax. And our main gym is a private club, so it's open 24/7. There's no mask requirements or anything like that. So I still enjoy going to the gym. But like we were saying, having a home gym is still a nice backup option.
Well, what's nice about the home gym, I could go on what I like about going to the gym all day, but last night what I really liked about the home gym, and you probably saw on my Instagram story, is I'm in there doing like leg day, so I'm doing squats in the power rack, and then Kennedy comes in and she's doing, we call them up down, so she's basically doing body weight squats while I'm doing them, and then I'm doing some pull-ups just because I'm trying to see what she can do, and then she wants to hop up there and do some pull-ups. So that's what I really like about the home gym, as I've seen in the Dads Who Lift group. People will post like their daughter or their son watching them work out or working out with them. And if you can instill that in your kids early, I mean, it's worth missing out on the pros at the gym a few times a week.
100%. And I don't use my home gym like at all anymore. I was using it. I had a group of buddies that would come over. We were doing 5:30 a.m. workouts, and I had a group of buddies that would come over and we'd hit it every guys that work for me. So my shop, I got an acreage. My shop's on my land too. So they would start work there at 7. We'd get in at 5:30, hit a workout together, which that was kind of cool. But I enjoy going to the actual gym just to kind of get away, just to change of pace. It's, I don't know, man. You got my offices in my house. Maybe some people's, obviously, probably, I guess a lot of people work from home right now, but some don't. But I'm stuck in my office in my house like a lot of the day already. So I just want to, there's something about getting your pre-workout, getting your pre-workout meal in, getting your pre-workout drink in.
Change your atmosphere.
Throwing some tunes on, driving to the gym, like seeing some buddies, seeing some people that, you don't see in your everyday life. Look at all the scenery at the gym is sometimes nice, and get a good workout and a good pump in. But it is cool. I have worked out with my kid in my gym, and there's also so my son will have sleepovers, I have friends over or whatever, and they'll all go downstairs and mess around on the gym equipment. Like, I'm not gonna say they actually lift, but they mess around and do pull-ups, and I've got like a punching bag, and they'll go punch the bag and shit like that. Is just kind of cool. It's cool to instill in your children from an early age. Most gyms don't allow kids into the gym until they're like 12, which my son's 10. He's getting really close, but it's cool to instill in them from an early age that working out is fun, that working out is cool, that they can be a part of that in your daily activity,
Yeah. So I think if you're just starting out, you want the bones for a home gym. You can get a good workout. Power rack, barbell, plates, and a bench are the go-to. And if you can afford some dumbbells, then you can basically do everything besides whatever machines.
Right.
But with my power rack, I can do pull-ups, I can do rows.
And you got one of the ones that collapse into the wall.
Yeah, but
you bolt it to the wall and then they pull out.
Yeah, it does, but they don't really show that it's kind of a pain in the ass, so I just leave it out.
Yeah, right.
You have to honestly unscrew some things. Otherwise, it's all rickety while you are using it.
Gotcha.
So I just leave it out. It's only probably 2 feet out, so not a big deal.
Yeah.
But you could do pull-ups, bent over rows, or even barbell. God, it's slipping. The name's slipping, but when you have the barbell on T-bar rows.
Oh, yep.
You do those so you can hit every back thing. If you have dumbbells, of course, you can do single arm rows, bent over rows with the dumbbells. So do everything back. Of course, overhead press, upright rows, anything you want to do, shoulders.
As long as you got a bench to throw in there, you can actually bench press.
Yeah, bench press.
If you got an inclining bench, you can still hit incline.
Decline, same thing. So my bench does all 3 of those. It was pretty cheap. So there's really nothing that you can't, I won't say there's nothing you can't do, but there's no reason why you can't get a really good workout for any body part you're trying to work.
I'd say as long as you have a power rack and you can squat, you can hit squat, you can hit bench, you can still hit shoulders, you can hit all that stuff. You should be able to get a good workout. I mean, you can even, this would be an instance where you can curl in the squat rack. Mm-hmm. And even if you don't have dumbbells, you can take your bar and curl in the squat rack.
Yeah.
And get the majority of your lifts in and done and still get a really good pump.
Right.
Now, for guys that want to set up a home gym that are on a super tight budget and maybe they can't afford a $1,500 power rack or whatever, what would you advise them?
Make more money. Fucking $1,600 is not bad for all that stuff. And you probably don't. I only got 8 plates so I could do deadlifts and shit. You can get away with, if you got 2 sets of plates and you do a little bit higher rep with everything, I mean, we're talking about $1,300, $1,400.
How was your banded workouts when you bought bands before you set up your home gym?
Oh, yeah. I use those, the James Grage bands. I used them once for real for a workout, and it was okay. But working out at home just sucks anyway. So then I would just be watching Rocky marathons, and I'd be pumping up my biceps while I'm doing them. So sometimes I still break them out, but yeah, never use them.
I feel like if you really have to, you can get a workout anywhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can do some air squats, you can do some push-ups, some pull-ups, some sit-ups. You can get a full body workout anywhere without anything if you really, really want to. Mm-hmm. But if you're trying to set up a home gym, my advice would be at least get a fucking power rack.
And we got a TV to put in there too. So that's another thing. Like I'll listen to music or a podcast, but it's not the same as when you're at the gym and you're like kind of looking around. There's other people around there. It's just kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say like it's just kind of boring. So if I can throw on a movie that'll keep me a little more occupied and want to be in there, then I think that'll help too.
I just threw on some loud ass music, man.
I don't even have a mirror in there yet either.
There. I don't have a mirror in mine either.
It's weird squatting. I've never every squat rack I've ever been in has a mirror in front of it. Right. So it's like I'm almost used to it. And I'm making sure my knees are lined up. I'm making sure everything looks right. So I'm just looking at the wall and it's like I need to get a mirror in there.
Right. Gotta be able to flex.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be more expensive. It's really not too bad. For power rack, dumbbells, shit, $2,000, you can do really anything besides some of the machines you use at the gym, which you can adapt and you don't even really need them.
Right. Yeah, the nice thing for me about the home gym is if I have a really fucking busy day, I mean, I still like to go to the gym, obviously. I think we've established that. But if I have a super busy day, I just don't have the time, or my time goes into the evening and I don't want to leave my son at home for an hour and a half or 2 hours when I run to the gym, then that's when I can get in an at-home workout. You know, at least he's home, the kid's home, you're still there with the family. It's just a kind of a different aspect, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much it for the home gym. I don't know what else to fucking talk about. Everybody wants this big-ass home gym podcast. It's like, get some fucking weights and lift them. I don't know what else to tell you.
That's it.
Yeah. So keep the mentality. But I do want to talk about, so you and I are both bulking, have been bulking all winter, both sitting around like 225, 220, 225-ish. And I'm not, you're going to start cutting here soon. I'm not going to start cutting until probably April because I'm trying to build my metabolism up to 5,000 calories. And I'm at like just over 4,000 right now. So I still got a ways to go.
I honestly had 16 chocolate chip cookies last night.
So bulking's going well.
I got a week and a half left of bulking. I need to get them calories.
How do you even count 16? Oh, you just ate like a whole sleeve or something?
No, Amy made like 20. And they both had 2.
That's funny. But I want to talk about like the bulking mindset, man. And so this is the first time you've bulked like this, right?
First time in a long time. I've got to 210 a couple years ago, but once you start a fitness business, like you have to be pretty close to being cut at any point. So I always had that, well, I want to be within arm shot of being ripped if something were to pop off, you know, if I needed to put some content up or whatever. But I hired Dan Repa. We'll say his name here. Just basically, he's like, here's your workouts, here's your diet. I was like, dude, I don't want any of that goofy shit. Just make sure I get to 220 before I start cutting. That's all I need you for. So, and he did. So as soon as I hit 220, he's like, well, stay there for a little bit. You don't want to just hit it and cut right away. I got... Losing fat's not a problem for me. I could feel like I could do that anytime. I'm actually really looking forward to it. So just the way
what's going to be your cut? What's going to be your cut weight? Like, what are you going to cut?
I'd like to get down. If I could get down to 190, 195, and look how I did at 178, 180 this past year, it put on a good 12 pounds of muscle or so. Shit, that'd be worth it.
Right. That's pretty much my goal, too.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you to get there, though?
Not long at all.
A couple weeks?
No, probably.
3-4 weeks.
We're talking about 30 pounds, probably 2 months, maybe.
With your fasting, you think it'll still take you 2 months?
30 pounds? The first 10 will go pretty quick. I don't know. Month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Depending on how...
My goal is to start April 1st, and I'm going to take 4 months to get down to that same weight by July and hopefully be shredded by July. But this is what I wanted to bring up. Like, people don't, to get this big fucking, I'm not going to say that you can't. We talked about this pre-podcast. Can you put on lean muscle and stay cut? Yes, you can. Is it as fast as doing a bulk? No, it is not. Right? I mean, if you bulk up and you're willing to get uncomfortable and be a little bit fluffy, you can put on a lot more muscle, have a lot more impact a lot quicker than if you were to just try to do a lean bulk.
And I don't like to do anything half-assed when it comes to this.
Right.
So, like, same thing. If I want to cut, I don't want to go, all right, well, I'm going to drop 200 calories this week and then 300 next week. It's like, no, I'm fasting, dude.
Well, I'm trying to build my metabolism up to 5,000 calories. So once you're, like I said, I'm just over 4,000 now, but once your metabolism's up around 5,000 calories, and I hope to keep it around 5,000 for like 2 to 3 weeks before I actually cut, then I can drop a substantial amount of calories and fucking drop some weight pretty quick and still have room to go. I mean, then you're sitting to where, the end of your cut, maybe you got down to like 3,500 or 3,000 calories, which is still clean food, which is still a fuckload of food. And I'm still losing a bunch of weight. So it's not like, it's going to feel like I'm starving. It's going to feel like I'm not eating because your metabolism is ramped up that much. But in all reality, I'm still eating a fuckload of food, which to me, that means I'm still, I don't know, I guess it's just a different aspect because then I'm still putting in the right amount of protein and nutrients into my body. So technically I should still be able to, even though I'm cutting, I should still be able to build a little bit of muscle also.
Maybe. It depends on people. So if you're a brand new lifter, which you're not.
It depends on people and how anabolic they are.
Hormones is a big part of it. So that's what I tell people about fasting is people are like, well, you need all these calories to build muscle. But the argument is if you are eating 2,000 calories a day and you hit your maximum potential and you don't change anything except you start doing some anabolic steroids, right? And you get some exogenous hormones, you're still going to put on muscle. You're going to blow up, and that's because of your hormones.
Right.
So what's nice about fasting is for most people, it optimizes your hormones so you can still build some muscle. So that's where the whole you need all these calories to build muscle comes in. Now, if you want to optimize it, you definitely need to go. That's why I don't like to say, I say like losing fat and building muscle is like watering your grass and trying to cut it. So like if you're trying to do it both at the same time, you're going to end up kind of spinning your wheels. I like to just focus on one at a time. And
for guys that might be new to the podcast or are not familiar, Joel runs a fasting program, coaching fasting program. So the Shed Fat Fast program. We'll plug it a little bit. If you got a shitload of fat to lose, get in the Shed Fat Fast program, reach out to Joel because his guys get amazing results. Amazing results. So that's why he's talking about when he gets into his cut, he's going to fast, drop the weight a lot faster than I am. I'm going to do your traditional build the metabolism as high as I can get it, start cutting calories, and lose the weight that way. So it'll be interesting to see because, I don't know, we're both sitting around the same weight, but you're taller than me, so you're a little bit leaner than I am right now anyways, but I'm stronger. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where we end up, at least by July 1st. Yeah. But you're going to be lean by June, so hopefully you put on a couple more pounds by July when I'm ready.
Yeah. I just don't like I won't say half-assing. So there's pros and cons for bulking and cutting for me. When I'm bulking, I get to eat whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
So that's...
I've kept mine... You've kept yours dirtier than I have.
Yeah.
I've really tried to keep mine really fucking clean.
Because that's my pro.
I still get a cheat meal every week. Or sometimes, I'm not going to lie, they've turned into cheat days. But for the majority, I've tried to keep it pretty fucking clean.
Yeah. So when I'm bulking, the pro is I get to eat whatever I want. The con is, and the pro is I'm way stronger.
Right.
The con is sometimes eating too much, you just feel bloated.
Yep.
You feel sluggish. You don't feel as energized. So that's where the cutting pros come in for me with fasting is the con is I can't eat whatever I want. I'm fasting. I'm doing refeeds mostly with steak, vegetables, meat, shit like that. But the pro is I have way more energy. I feel better, honestly, once I get into my rhythm. So that's why I don't want to do a lean bulk is because it's the worst.
Plus, it just
I don't
takes
get the
forever.
pros.
It takes forever.
I can't eat what I don't want, and I don't feel as good.
Dude, it's funny when you're I'm on testosterone. You're taking some SARMs, but not testosterone or anything like that. But I'm on testosterone, and I'm really fucking pushing the food. For me, over 4,000 calories is a lot. Clean calories is a lot of fucking food for me to eat. And I'm lifting heavy as fuck. I was setting PRs every single week that I've been in every single week. Hitting something new that I haven't hit, setting a new PR. And so my body's rolling right now. I'm gaining a lot of strength, a lot of muscle. But I'm eating a fuckload, and it's crazy how much this is my first season I've ever had. I've been building metabolism for a year, by the time I finally cut and am able to cut and get lean this summer, it will have been probably over a little bit of a year of actually truly building metabolism for me to get to this point. But this point right here in my bulk is the first time that everything's kind of been working together and flowing. And I can actually feel my metabolism working, and I can feel all the food going to my muscles, and I can feel my strength going up, and my lifts are fucking killer, pumps are killer. And it's crazy how much of a toll that puts on your body. You know, you're either in, rest and digest or fight or flight, basically. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're fasting or not eating, you're in fight or flight. When you're eating, you're in rest or digest. And I eat constantly. All day long I'm eating. There's not an hour where I'm not eating. You know what I mean? And so right now, my body's just doing so much, putting so much energy into growing that I am just fucking tired all the time, like constantly. And so I kind of thought, like, I'm new to this shit, you know, I've never done a bulk like this, and I thought it was not normal. And so I got some big fucking buddies that are doing the same thing, and I'm asking them, they're like, oh no, bro, you got to take naps. Like, that's the only way. I'm like, I don't have time to fucking nap. I don't have time to nap throughout the day. And so one day I actually laid down and I just took like a 15-minute nap in the middle of the day. And I've actually had a couple times lately where I've just pulled over, like if I'm early to a meeting or something, I'll just pull over in a neighborhood, set my timer for like 5 minutes and just take like a little 5-minute nap. And I can straight up just take a 5-minute nap and then fucking timer goes off and I get right back up and I feel like more energized. But so I go up to my buddy and I was like all proud. I'm like, yeah, I took like a 15-minute nap today. He's like, that's rookie shit, bro. He's like, I took like an hour and a half nap today. I'm like, well, dude, I got a lot more shit going on than you. Like, I can't take a fucking hour and a half nap in the middle of the fucking day. But it's crazy how much energy when your body gets rolling that your body takes from, that your body puts into your muscles, into growth, into promoting growth. It's just insane. But what I really wanted to get into is the whole mindset. This is the first time that you ever bulked. Really, it's the first time I've ever bulked like this and tried to build metabolism. And I was looking back last night on pictures from last summer, and I thought I was fucking fat last summer, and I was fucking pretty fucking lean, man. Like, I looked good. And obviously I'm a lot fluffier right now than I was last summer, and I'm sitting back looking at it. These are pictures from August, and I was like, fuck, man, I was in pretty good fucking shape. So, but you went through this. Another buddy of ours, Josh, is going through this right now. He's fucking getting a little fluffy right now, and he's freaking out because he lost his abs. And that's like the whole thing is these guys, you know, you get abs, Josh gets abs. Nobody wants to lose their abs, you know? And so it's this mindset that you have to be like, even me, I'll be next to your coach, Dan Ripa, you know, Ripa. He joined my gym, our gym. And so now he's fucking, every time he sees me, he's, you know, working out with me, and I'm way fucking stronger than he is. But he's wanting to take pictures every time. I'm like, bro, I'm fucking bulking, man. I'm not like, and he's fucking cut up at 195 right now, like lean. And I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to fucking take pictures next to your ass when you're lean as fucking. I'm not. And, you know, I'm telling my coach about it. I'm like, dude, we got to start cutting. This is like getting uncomfortable. And he's like, bro, that's not your goal right now. Doesn't matter. It's not the goal. The goal is not to be lean right now. The goal is to build metabolism, put on as much fucking muscle as you can so that you look 10 times better than he does in the summertime. Like, that's the goal. Stay in it. Like, keep your mindset focused. You're not trying to be lean right now. Doesn't matter. And I've talked to other buddies like, oh, I'm just going to throw in some cutting stuff right now and nobody knows about it. And they're like, no, dude, that's not the fucking point. That's not where you're at. So there's this whole body dysmorphia that I think everybody deals with in the fitness world and the fitness industry. If they say they don't, they're full of shit, because that's the whole reason that we work out, right? We're never satisfied with the way that we look. I guess there's points to wanting to be strong and healthy also. But for the most part in the bodybuilding industry, a lot of people want to look good. You know, that's a big part of why we do this. So you take these guys that they look good, they're ripped, but they're smaller, they want to put on size, and then they're just like Josh, and they go to get into this bulk, and they're like Josh is saying the same thing you are. He's like, I think I'm going to give it to like next week, and I'm going to start cutting. I'm like, dude, you didn't accomplish anything. I'm like, did you put on any muscle? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, if you put on some muscle, you should know. Are your lifts fucking way better than they were before? Like, are you lifting more weight? Are you setting PRs? If you're not, then what's the point? Like, you bulked up for a month, and now you're going to cut right back to where you were before.
Well, I know I didn't put on 40 pounds of fat, so
No, I know.
I'm hoping to retain 10 to 15 pounds of muscle, but
But you've also been bulking for a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while now. Yeah.
My point is that there's an uncomfortable stage that we have to live through to, just like anything in life, man. You know, you're building a business, there's an uncomfortable stage. You're building out a coaching, like I don't want to mention anything, but say I'm building out my coaching right now, there's an uncomfortable stage. The businesses that I already own and run, I know how to do all that shit. I'm comfortable in it. Like, it's not anything new. I can do it in my sleep. Now I'm building out a coaching program. I don't know how to do any of this shit. It's uncomfortable. Like I talked about the other day, just making a fucking picture yesterday with the goddamn price slash, you know, $9.97 with a slash through it, you know, sale price $97. Spent like an hour on it. Still didn't even get it done right.
Yeah.
You know, there's just shit that I've never done before that I got to learn that's fucking uncomfortable. And it's the same thing with bodybuilding. If you want to get to a point to where you're going to truly put on size and have a substantial difference, make a substantial difference in your body, there's a fucking uncomfortable period that you have to get through. And I'm just learning that it's like, for me, it's just coming down to like being comfortable with where I am in the moment, you know, and not focusing on really even the destination, but just being comfortable in the daily task of what I'm doing, and almost like enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I'm a little bit fluffier than I want to be right now, but I'm also repping 405 on bench. I've never repped 405 on bench before in my life. You know what I mean? Like, that's been a goal of mine forever, and now I can throw it up there. There's not a lot of guys. I mean, there's guys in our group that bench way more than that, but there's not a lot of guys even at our gym that are fucking throwing up 405, you know? And now I'm one of them, you know? So that's cool. That's something that you can enjoy and be like, all right, I'm a little fluffy right now, but I'm strong as fuck. Like, I'm getting to where I want to be.
And the reverse is true for cutting too. So like, there's guys like you mentioned, me and Josh, once you have abs, you don't want to lose the abs by bulking. And there's guys that once you feel big and you're filling out a t-shirt, but you also have a belly, and so you go on a fat loss diet for a little bit, and you're not getting as many carbs, and then like the sleeves slowly get a little baggier than you're used to. It's like, well, okay, I'm done. I need to start eating as much as I can and lifting heavy again, because you just get sidetracked. And I think what you mentioned earlier about your coach course correcting you, or at least keeping you on course, that's the importance of having, you know, someone there to be like, dude, that's not the goal right now. We got to do this first. Then we can pivot and do that. Right.
The funny thing is, though, is once you do get lean, you look bigger than when you weren't lean.
With a shirt off.
Right.
Not in a shirt, though.
Right.
I was watching a YouTube video the other day. It was Sylvester Stallone's training and diet for Rocky IV, when he was, of course, fighting Ivan Drago, and he looks like a brick shit house. And he only weighed 172 pounds.
No shit?
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
It shows him, like, all oiled up and in great lighting and with a pump in the ring, and he looks like a fucking Greek god. But then it shows him like offset wearing a sweater, and he just looks like any other guy that doesn't even really lift. He just looks like he's swimming in a sweater. So that's always like okay, do I want to look awesome with my shirt off, or do I want to fill out my shirt and look like I definitely lift with my shirt on? It's hard to get both.
I think what it comes down to is staying in the moment, enjoying the process, and keeping your eye on the prize, knowing where you're heading. Like, correcting my course of, hey, that's not our goal right now. You know, I was looking too far forward of my goal of being lean. It's like, no, that's not our goal yet. We're not to the lean goal yet. We have not met this goal, which this goal is 5,000 calories.
Yeah.
Metabolism. Strong as fuck. That's this goal. Once we hit that goal, then we can pivot and shift to the fucking lean goal.
Yeah, way too easy to get sidetracked.
Yeah.
So, gotta have
What's
the goals.
the mindset that kept you through? Because I know this is uncomfortable as fuck for you, even though you still look great at 220. What's the mindset that kept you going?
Just saying, like, well, that's the thing too. Is once I feel like I'll never have an issue cutting fat. So it's for a lot of people. I feel like it's okay if I bulk up. Like,
Can I get it off?
Can I get it off?
Yeah.
What if I'm stuck like that? That's not really a problem for me per se. So knowing that I can get it off is nice, and knowing that I have time to get it off before summer. Like, I don't want to roll into summer with like a big.
How many jerks does it take you to get it off?
Not as many. I'm an old married guy now.
Not as many as I would like.
But yeah, I wouldn't say it's super uncomfortable. I do like filling out the shirts more. I do like watching the numbers go up in the gym and just knowing that it's part of the process to put on the muscle and hit the overall goal. Like, I'm not mad about it. I don't feel uncomfortable. Like, my belly's hanging over. Abs are not what they are in, like, pictures you might see of me on Facebook right now. But like you said, it's part of the process.
But next summer, it's going to be even better.
I don't want to spend 9 months of work lean bulking, tracking calories, fucking measuring everything to put on like 3 pounds of muscle and keep my abs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would much rather put on 40 pounds, 15 of it muscle, 25 of it fat, and then lose the 25 and eat what I want and enjoy the process. That's just me.
Right.
I know there's guys like Josh Sheets that just fucking love tracking. He's an analytical guy, so obviously works for him. He's cut, but that's just not me.
He's not even tracking right now, though.
Is he not?
No, he's just having fun with it, bulking, eating whatever he wants, and he still hasn't lost his abs.
He's got to have a pretty good idea, though, from his multiple years of diligently tracking everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got it down, but yeah.
Yeah, like how many times do you have to scan a Pop-Tart before you know how many fucking calories are in it?
I just eat the same fucking thing every day, but just increase it.
I can't do that either.
See, if I find shit that I like, it's good. It doesn't bother me. I'm good with it.
I do for my staple meals, but then I'll have like whatever the family's having for dinner. So I'll have like my eggs for breakfast. I'll have some rice cakes before the gym.
Raw eggs.
Raw eggs, just drink them. I do like a pound of beef every day, 4 cups of rice, the steamable vegetables. That's like my staple every day. Mm-hmm. And then whatever the family's having for dinner. And like a protein shake after I work out. But yeah, man, I can't wait to get back to fasting, dude, to be honest with you. I just feel better. I feel lighter. Strength will go down, but
I don't think I could fast after my metabolism's so high. Like right now I'm starving.
Yeah. I
haven't eaten since we got delayed this morning in this podcast, so I'm like 20 minutes past due on my meal and I'm fucking starving. So
yeah.
But mine, I mean, right now I'm eating 4 pieces of toast every morning right when I wake up with butter. Kerrygold butter. I think it's like 2 tablespoons of butter. What do I have? Then I have a protein shake with that, 2 scoops of protein right in the morning. Then I'll have, so I started working out in the evenings again, but I've been doing cardio in the morning. So then, and I have an apple in the morning. It's all my morning deal. Then my next meal, I usually just go to like a cup and a half of rice, 6 ounces of chicken or 7 ounces of chicken. And I'll throw some nacho cheese seasoning, like popcorn seasoning on that shit with some chicken broth. Oh, dude, I love it. Maybe a little cayenne pepper. So good.
Nice.
So good. So I'll have that. Then I'll have like a snack where I'll have like 4 rice cakes, some almonds. Then I'll have another right before the gym. I'll have like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours before the gym. I'll have another cup and a half of rice, 7 ounces of chicken. And I'll throw in like a teaspoon of avocado oil. Then pre-gym, I have oats, basically oats with 2 more scoops of protein. Post-gym, and then I drink like a scoop and a half of Carbolin at the gym every day, which is like 75 grams of carbs while I'm working out. Post-gym, I'll have a scoop of protein and an apple. Then right when I get home, I have another cup and a half of rice with 7 ounces of chicken. I think I have another teaspoon of avocado oil, and then I'm pretty much done. That's pretty much it for the day. So it's a lot of fucking food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So chicken and protein shakes is your main protein sources.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. I have like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scoops of protein a day, and then 20 ounces of chicken a day.
Damn, 5 scoops of protein?
Yeah.
Blowing that toilet up.
No, I got good protein, man. It doesn't bother me like that.
Yeah.
But I take like superfoods. I take superfoods and shit like that, and then I take couple scoops of Metamucil a day. Keep you nice and regular, solid, so you're not blowing shit up.
Nice.
So, but I don't know, it feels good. It's a different feeling. I'm tired right now because I'm just growing so much, but it still feels good to feel fueled. I don't know, man. It's like a completely different deal. It's like a habit or what you get used to, because when I was fasting, it felt good to fast too. But now I'm eating, and now it like feels good to eat and be fueled. You know what I mean? Except for like that last meal right before bed, and you're like all bloated, and you're like, oh God.
Well, we went to the trampoline park on Sunday, and when you put on 40 pounds since the last time you've been there, dude, like I'm doing the American Ninja Warrior course.
Yeah.
And like the monkey bars are way heavier. Like the lactic acid's building in my hands, and I'm on those little wires, and they're tearing up my feet. I'm like trying to dunk and shit. I'm like, Jesus, man, I feel like I'm wearing a 40-pound vest right now.
Right.
So I'm excited to get that more athletic feel back. But no, I don't mind it. I feel good, feel strong. It's just like you said. I just feel like I'm a little bit slower when I like to take half the year, enjoy this part of it, and then come after Valentine's Day.
Gets winded when you bend over to tie your shoes every once in a while.
Yeah.
Get winded taking a shower. Oh, shit.
But all part of the process.
I've been throwing in some cardio, though. So I've been hitting cardio every morning just to try to keep my, what would it be, my anaerobic up, or however the fuck you want to say it. My
cardio up?
Yeah, cardio up, whatever. But I've been trying to throw in some cardio just so I'm not getting as winded as easy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What's your mindset? This is the last thing I want to talk about. So we go into the gym and we fucking crush it. I mean, we kill it in the gym. And all of our buddies kill it in the gym. You know, we go in the gym, I drink pre-workout. I don't know if you still do. But we get in there and we fucking get after it. We lift some heavy shit. Our gym is just kind of that way. I mean, our gym is, most people in there are fucking getting after it. But a lot of people don't. So what is your mindset that keeps you rolling in the gym to actually like bust your ass, get that extra rep in, throw that extra weight on? You know what I mean? A lot of people do the same fucking exercises every week, the same fucking weight every week, and then wonder why they're not gaining any muscle. You know, you have to push yourself. You have to test yourself. You have to increase weight. You have to increase reps. You have to, I'll do I do two, every body part twice a week. And so one of them every week I'll do heavy ass weight, lower reps. One of them every week I'll do lighter weight, higher reps. Just to try to keep that fucking muscle confusion going too, But what is the mindset that you get? And this could tie back into the home gyms too, especially for people that are having to work out at home or want to work out at home or set up their home gym and they're just trying to kill it at home. What are you thinking about when you're heading to the gym about crushing it? Or is it even anything that you have to think about anymore? Or has it just formed into a habit?
So like I said, leg day at my house yesterday, and Kennedy was all over the place. It became more of like all right, I'm working out with my 2-year-old, then I'm going to have a badass workout. So whenever that happens, like I'll have legs in 2 days from now, I'm going to have to murder it. Yeah. Because I'm not going to have 2 shitty leg days in a row. Basically, if I go to the gym and I'm leaving and I don't feel like I just left it all there, I feel like why'd I even go? Right. Type deal. That's just my mindset.
And you value your time.
Right.
Right.
When you like the way you look, so if you're just starting out or you don't like your physique yet, or you still have a long way to go, a lot of work to do, you can't appreciate this yet, and I don't want it to sound vain, but when you are working out at the gym and you do get a pump and you see like your arms starting to bust out of your sleeves and you see like you look good, it's like, oh yeah, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing it. I look good. I feel good. It makes you want to get a good workout. Now you have to earn that. If you're just starting out, then maybe you could use the reverse of that. You could say, hey, I don't want to look like this anymore. I'm here for a reason. But that's that's part of it. I like getting a pump. I like seeing all the work that I've put in over the last 15 plus years culminating, and like that right there is like, oh yeah, that's why I'm here. I got to get shit done, because once you get it, you really don't want to lose it. Right. It's like any success in life. Once you get it, it's easy to get complacent and kind of coast, but I don't want to go from like, physique I love and I'm proud of to, one that I don't feel comfortable in or something like that. So that's always my deal. It's like, it's almost like a fear-based thing, especially legs. I don't always love training legs. I know you love leg day, but
it's my favorite day.
A lot of times I'll be burnt out from push-pull, and I get there and it's leg day, and it's like, that's when I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to have any like bitch-ass legs. That's when I have to push myself the most.
You want the chicken legs?
You don't want the chicken legs.
Yeah.
So it's really just about keeping your goals front of mind, reminding yourself why you're doing it. And there's plenty of days I don't want to be there, but what I'll do is I'll just start off by doing something, and then I'll ramp it up as I go. So by the end of the workout, I'm just murdering it.
Nice.
You?
For me,
the pre-workout helps.
Yeah,
I need pre-workout.
Pre-workout helps. I don't half-ass anything. So for me, it's kind of just a mentality that I built up, and that's how I am with everything in my life. But that's what I'm trying to think of for someone that's new. or someone that doesn't have that built up yet. For me, it's a mentality, it's a habit, it's just what I do. You know, I'm not going to go in there. My time is valuable. I'm not going to go in there and fuck off my time. Like, I'm going to go in there and use my time to the best of my ability. Plus, I love it, dude. I love that. Like, all right, yesterday I got in. I'm doing heavy-ass back day, and I'm first exercise rack pulls. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, man, I don't want to do fucking rack pulls, you know? But I alternate between rack pulls and Smith machine bent over rows. And I had done Smith machine bent over rows last time. For me, those are a lot easier, you know. Smith machine bent over rows are easier. So I was like, I could do Smith machine bent over rows again. I'm like, no, you can't. You already did them. You just did them 2 days ago or 3 days ago or whatever. So I'm like, all right, these fucking rack pulls. So I'm setting up the rack pulls, and I'll go up to like 5 or 6 plates on rack pulls. And so, you know, the first ones are easy. You know, I got my belt on. I'm, you know, doing my thing. It feels good. And also, when I lift heavy, man, it loosens me up. Like, so I like that too. I love getting in. I love legs because it fucking resets my hips. Like, my body will get super tight throughout the week. And every time I hit the gym, I mean, when I'm hitting heavy ass weight, you know, I'll push my shoulders back and my back will pop. I mean, it keeps me loose. It makes my body feel good. And so, you know, I'm hitting this weight and it's light, and I'm progressively adding plates, and it gets up to where it's heavier, and I'm like, man, motherfucker, I don't want to do this. But you just fucking push through. And so for me, one, it's my mindset, my mentality. Two, I started going to the gym in the afternoons so that I'm fueled and so that I have more food, carbs, more nutrients, pushing more protein, more nutrients, pushing my lifts further, so I'm more fueled and I have more energy to lift the heavy ass weight, as opposed to when I used to go in the morning and was pretty much just not pumped, didn't have the energy that I have in the afternoon. So when I'm going to the gym in the afternoon, I basically had like an hour or two before I got there, cup and a half of rice, 6 ounces of chicken, 2 scoops of protein, and fucking oats. Mm-hmm. Plus, I'm drinking like 75 grams of carbs while I'm there lifting, you know, so my pumps are fucking insane. But I started going in the afternoon so that I'm fueled. And then I also like to go at a time where a lot of my fucking buddies are there. Because if I'm by myself in an empty gym, I probably am going to bitch out on something. I probably will. Like something at some point. That was good enough. I got 5. Good enough. But when I'm there with a gym full of fucking beasts that I know that are looking at me, you better believe I'm going to get every fucking rep in that I can, and I'm not going to bitch out. I'm going to put as much weight on that motherfucker as I can. Right. So I got my buddies there. I got beasts there. I got people that can spot me there. It's a different atmosphere. This is why I like to go to the gym opposed to do an in-home workout. It's just more, it just gives me more drive. Some other things that I do is I'm big into fucking sniffy salt now. So I buy smelly salt, ammonia, basically. And on my last rep, I only do it a couple times a week because I'm not trying to fucking kill myself and become retarded. But my heavy-ass leg day, I'll do smelling salt on my top sets. And like if I'm doing heavy-ass rack pulls with 6 plates on both sides, which for me is pretty fucking heavy, I'm going to hit some smelling salt before I go. And when you hit that smelling salt, it just gives you a big fucking rush of adrenaline. And, you know, I got this shit that's fucking hardcore, man. Like sometimes sometimes I don't even want to hit it because I'm like, man, I'm more like scared of the hit than I am of the actual lift. I'm like, oh fuck. But I sit there, you get your mind right. What's
it called? Maybe I'll get some.
I'll have to show you. I think it's Insomnia or something on Amazon. I'll have to show you. I don't know. I don't even remember. But I sit there, I get my mind right. Instead of telling myself that this is a heavy ass weight, or say, you know, I'm doing my first 405 on the bench or trying to set a PR, instead of telling myself that this is a heavy ass weight, I always repeat to myself, lightweight, this is nothing, you got this. Lightweight, this is nothing, you got this. And I'll say that self into my mind to get my mindset right, and I'll see myself doing it, like no fucking big deal. And sometimes I'll even jump up and down a couple times, hit my smelling salt, and just fucking go.
Get pumped.
And the thing is with the gym, man, this is what people don't realize, maybe people that have never pushed it this hard, right? There's almost like a fear when you're hitting a new PR or a new weight or something that you know is heavy as fuck. There's like, I don't know if I want to say a fear, but there's almost like like a fear of like, you know, man, it's going to suck, you know? But when you do it and you succeed, or even if you do it and you don't get the rep, someone's spotting you don't get it.
You're close. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I was
you're
close. I can do it.
You beat it, dude.
Yeah.
You just beat that fear. You just beat your mind, that voice inside that was saying, you can't fucking lift this. You can't fucking do this. You're a fat piece of shit. You can't get it done. You're not strong. You just beat that motherfucker and you told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That bitch voice just went away and you won. And that's like achievement, man. That feels good.
Yeah.
You get that rep done every fucking time when I'm doing a weight or a workout that I don't want to do. When I fucking push through and do it and kill it, I feel 100 times better.
And it translates.
Yeah, all the way through in your life. You can take that story to anything in your life. And so when I leave the gym, knowing that I left everything there and I put everything that I can into a workout, I leave feeling accomplished. I've relieved all my stress for the day. I'm calmer, I'm happier, I'm at a better place, and I feel accomplished and strong and just fucking like I'm on top of the world. And that's why I love going to the gym. I mean, there's been times where I've actually hit, like, say in our leg days, where I've known, like, say I'm doing a heavy ass working set, our last set on legs on, say it's leg press or something like that, or hack squat, and I still did it like 15 plates on both sides of the leg press, let's say. So heavy ass weight, like 1,300 something pounds. And, still got like 8 reps, but I knew that I had a couple more and I bitched out, and so then you get done and everybody's like cheering you on. Yeah, man, that was great. You got 8 sets. I've had it to where I've actually been like, dude, nah, I bitched out, man. I had a couple more and gone back and done it again. Like I had a couple more left in me.
Yeah.
I know it. And so that's the, I don't know, that's the mindset and integrity, and just there's a lot of things to get from that, a lot of aspects of that. But I think it's just that feeling of fucking winning. People aren't used to it. It might take you a little bit to get up to that point. But we've had podcasts on yelling. When I'm lifting heavy ass weight like that, I grunt, I yell, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what the fuck you think about me. I could give a fuck less. Everybody's usually always staring at us because we're putting up, a lot of fucking weight and yelling at each other and hitting each other and all kinds of, bro gym shit. But I don't fucking care. That's what we're here for. Like, we're here to lift as much fucking weight as we can. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's just an atmosphere of winning. It's an atmosphere of feeling good. And once you can get that, once you can get to that point, even if you don't have, people around you, it doesn't matter. Once you have in your mind that you can't do this weight, or you're scared to do this weight, but you achieve that and you beat it, even if it's at your fucking home gym, you achieve that, you beat it, you work towards it, and you actually do it, you won. And you'll feel that winning, and it's an adrenaline in itself. And
it's addictive.
It's addictive, man, and you love it.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
Yeah. All right, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Great. I want to go fucking hit the gym now.
I know, right? I do too. I got to go pick up my Jeep, though. All right, guys, this has been the Dads Who Live podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Nice little fitness topic this week, which I love. I think there was a lot of good mindset points in there and a lot of good information. So if you got anything valuable from this podcast, please give us a like, share, 5-star review. We do this shit for free. We want to grow organically. We don't run ads. So we need you to tell one person. You tell a person, they tell a person, they tell a person. That's how we grow. Please, we do this stuff for free. So please give us a like, share, 5-star review. The podcast is on all the formats, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, all the shit. We have apparel as well for Dads Who Lift Official, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, all the stuff. All the podcast formats and apparel is on our website, which is www.dadswholiftofficial.com. We're on IG as handle Dads Who Lift Official. We're on Facebook as Dads Who Lift Podcast. And we have a Facebook group of over 40,000 now, like-minded dads trying to be their best self, stay fit, best dads they can be, give each other a lot of shit at the same time. It's a fun group to be in. If that's something that interests you, check that out. That's Dads Who Lift Official on Facebook, and that is a group. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day.
It's forever, this life forever, no surrender. It's forever, this life forever. I'm bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive. I'm bigger dead than alive, dead than alive. Yeah, I'm bigger dead than alive, bigger dead than alive.